let's talk about one other thing that I think is cool. I just think you have to be invested in this. And it's such a big deal, and it only gets, I'd say, a medium amount of press at best in the financial and general news markets, and that's the shale revolution. So this chart shows the production of oil in the United States over the last 100 years, so going back to the pre-World War I. And you can see it topped out right here in 1970 and went into a secular decline that lasted for roughly 45 years. And then we figured out how to use horizontal drilling and hydraulic fracturing and a couple other little tricks to cause shale formations that are located in Texas, North Dakota, Colorado, Oklahoma, and New Mexico for the most part, to produce very prodigious amounts of oil. And you can see that we've had this hockey stick of production. Now, all oil fields deplete. So you can't just keep going like this. It's not physically possible. At some point, you start to curve a little bit this way. We don't really know if the curve goes like this, or we keep going vertical. But it's a big deal. Now, when you have disruptive revolutions, you get unanticipated beneficiaries of this. I'm going to skip that too. So in the case of shale, you have, this is a map of the United States, obviously, and these are refineries in green, and this is our pipeline infrastructure. The shale is well, it's here, that's the Bakken, it's here, this is the Permian, and it's here, this is the Eagle Ford. And where's all this oil supposed to go exactly? Because all these pipelines are supposed to import oil from overseas and refine it and then distribute it out so we can burn it in our cars and in our planes. But now it's coming down to here, and well, where's it supposed to go? And by the way, it can't leave our shores. There's a law going back to the 1970s that says we can't export raw crude, we can only export processed crude like gasoline and diesel and jet fuel. So the answer to the question is you have a strange beneficiary to the shale revolution, which is refineries. There's only a certain number of them. Getting a new one permitted is basically impossible. And so the refineries earn excess rent. And in the stock market, we care a lot about excess rent. Up to 2012, it was just these guys over here that are really close, particularly to the Bakken, that were earning the excess rent. Since we've finished producing some pipelines or connecting some pipelines together that had a lot more capacity, we're able to bring all this excess production out of Oklahoma, out of these other places, down to the Gulf Coast where there's a lot of refineries. All of a sudden, those refineries are starting to see their margins widen out because they can get this cheap, locally produced crude. I had this nice graphic here. So there's a little ship that's supposed to sail around here. Yeah, here he goes. Right there. That's the next place it's going is Jersey. Charming Refineries of New Jersey. We own a refiner in Aggressive Value that is basically a primo beneficiary if what I just showed happens. Which is that you can put your crude on a ship and you can ship it to another place in the United States. You're just not allowed to ship it overseas. Anyway, so those are just some thoughts. Okay, disclosures, very interesting. I'm happy to take any questions. Please feel free to fire away.